leading or tied, they would say he's a genius. Now they say Hillary Clinton has more people, has spent more money, and they're essentially tied. That's not good. And I said with one of my, I'm not going to knock him because it's useless to knock him. You know, these people, they signed the pledge. Remember, they all wanted me to sign the pledge. So I signed the pledge, and then they did too. The only difference is I would have honored the pledge. They don't honor the pledge. It's amazing what can happen when you lose. It's amazing. No, I have people, in all fairness, whether they like me or not, and it was a rough campaign, and I wasn't nice, but they weren't nice either. I mean, Jeb spent, what, $15, $18 million on negative ads. Am I supposed to say I like him? But they signed a pledge. I'll tell you one thing. If Paul signed a pledge, he'd honor it. And there were people that honored it that would have loved not to have honored it. We got great backing. Guys like Ben Carson, who came not because of that, because we have a great relationship, and Chris Christie. Rick Santorum just signed on. We have great people. We have great people. We have amazing people. We have amazing endorsers. But when you sign a pledge, and this isn't a pledge that says subject to my changing my mind. This is a pledge that really, I even think it's like legally binding. You want to know the truth. I don't care. I don't think it matters. I don't think I'll get 2 more votes. But honestly, you sign a pledge, and you're supposed to honor the pledge. I have guys out there, and they're really sore losers, if you think about it. It was a rough campaign. They say it was the roughest campaign ever. Might be superseded by this, but we'll see. But they say it was the roughest campaign ever in the history of Republican politics, and maybe in politics. I mean, I've heard a lot of the so-called, you know, walking heads, right? They call them walking heads or talking heads. Usually they're walking heads to me, because there's nothing up there with most of these guys. And it was rough. But what you do is you go to sleep for a couple of days, you wake up and you say, I honor the pledge, right? I would have honored it. There are people I don't like, and there are people that I love on that stage. But there are people I don't particularly like or particularly respect. But I signed a pledge. I would have honored that pledge. I wouldn't have gone crazy. I wouldn't have had, you know, let's yell it from the loudest building. But you know what? I would have honored the pledge. But we have people that have not honored the pledge. And that's a terrible thing. Okay, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your position. You can say what you want. They all signed so that I'd sign, because I was the one that was negotiating a little bit. I'll always negotiate for you people. I love to negotiate. But just remember this. They signed a pledge saying they will abide, saying they will back the candidate of the party. And now they sit back, and the pledge is out there, and the press doesn't even go after them on that. They broke their word. In my opinion, they should never be allowed to run for public office again, because what they did is disgraceful. So I said, when I saw the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, again, controlled totally by, you know, various groups of people that don't care about you whatsoever, I said, why would they, I even tweeted, @RealDonaldTrump, @RealDonaldTrump. But I tweeted, I said, why would the chamber, and I have nothing against the chamber, don't know them too well, but I have nothing. Why would they complain when all I'm saying is this, that if China doesn't make this horrendous deal that we have with them, which is sort of a non-deal, it's only a one-way, one-sided deal, I want to renegotiate a deal. I want to terminate the deal and do a good deal. And that's all I want. I want to bring jobs back to our country. I want to bring money back to our country. I want to get rid of the deficit. I want to start paying off debt. And they're against it. They're saying, how can Donald do that? And how could he jeopardize free trade? Well, let me tell you, if you have, think of this, if you have a country where you have a deficit of hundreds of billions of dollars a year forever, it's going to go on forever, it's going to get worse. Then they say we're going to lose a trade war? We're all